If you agree with me, well and good. If you don't agree with me, let me breathe. Let me live. This is for my girls. It's okay if somebody's calling you a bitch. Do not be the stupid person. It serves them. Early 20s. Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, firstly, I just want to thank for all the love you guys have showered on my previous reel. Every single time I sit down to make a story time, it just is really fun because it brings back all the memories. I relive that moment again and it just feels nice. All of your comments have been so cute and so sweet. So thank you for this. I will be getting linen right. I don't know. I think I've grown up hearing a lot of Lenin and I thought it was Lenin and not linen, but I'm getting that right. But yes, today is not a story time because I don't have a lot of stories to share, but hopefully there's one more. I'm still thinking if I want to share it or not. Otherwise, today I am here for a very controversial take. I don't really know if you guys agree with me or not, but again, that's better for you. It's my YouTube. I've shared my opinion, my stories, what I believe in, what has made me reach to this place. So I don't want to stand back. So if you agree with me, well and good. If you don't agree with me, well and good. If you think don't do this, don't then talk about it in your page. Let me breathe. Let me live. Let the girl live. Today's topic is a tad bit controversial, as I mentioned, and it is about why I believe girls need to be single in their early 20s, at least until they hit 25. And I have a valid reason for it. And I'm gonna go ahead with that with few examples personally, but you can always disagree with me if you've had like different stories. Obviously, it can be true as well. It doesn't have to be what I believe in, but let me get into why I believe this and how I think it works. It is not a hate video or I'm not anti-love. I've been in love, I want to be in love and all of those things, but I also do believe this firmly that our parents were not wrong when they meant that this is not the age for you to fall in love or have boyfriends or have girlfriends. Please concentrate on your education and on your studies and on your work. I understand now. I myself have been single in my early 20s, obviously not like right at 21, but after like 22, 23-ish. And it definitely has been the best decision of my life. And last year is when I was like, hey, I think I'm ready to date again and wanted to put myself in the dating pool. And I was like, my parents were like, make a matrimonial site. I was on dating apps and just wanted to just be like, am I even ready to go out on dates and see if I like them or not? But I also do believe that if you are somebody who's looking forward to grow by yourself, somebody who wants to learn self-love, somebody who wants to actually be financially independent, make your own money, travel, all of these does require you to be single. And not that companionship is not important, it absolutely is, but I do believe it gives you enough time to have some really good relationship with your family, with your friends, with people around, with yourself, and then mature enough to actually be in an adult relationship with another human being where you are not compromising with your values or you're not compromising about what you believe because you've lived by yourself to know enough that this is how much I can compromise or this is the length and extent that I can go for this person. Now, first and foremost is time. Relationships take time, not just your physical time, but your mental time, your emotional time. A lot of time requires into building these relationships, okay? We watch movies, we watch reels, we watch everything cutesy and we feel like, oh my God, this is how it's going to be. And trust me, it is for a lot of people, but it is not for most of them. A lot of them get into like toxic relationships, and I'm not saying it has to be just one gender. It can be both of them, and it's also because you guys have an idea of what a relationship should look like or what love should look like, because we have been catered to it in that way where they are like, oh, it's cute and it's so nice and it's going to get you flowers and it's going to be like this and you're going to have his kids and you're going to be married happily. That is not how relationships work. And usually the first few months is beautiful, but then you start getting to know the person. Sometimes you do not even know how to say no, so you're suppressing your emotions. You don't know if you like something or not because the person, you are not at a mental space to even understand, if you like this food or not, if you want to wear this clothes or not, and you just feel like you become highly dependent. I hope that's not the case. Like you do become highly dependent and not know what you want and what you don't want and have that person as an entire identity. I don't think it's okay to have your partner as your entire identity. It is absolutely necessary, I believe, that you need to have your individual lives and you come together to like form a family sort of situation where you accept him and his friends and vice versa. But if you guys are in like a bubble where it's only you wake up and that's the person, I don't think it's very healthy. And in your early 20s, you're figuring life out, man. Like, let's just take this as an example, right? You're born, you're learning, your hair's still growing, you're learning how to walk, you're learning how to talk. Until you're 10, you're still a kid. You know, you basically have no idea of what life is like. And when you're a teenager, you're basically rebelling, you're seeing all of these things, you're highly influenced, you don't really know if that is what you believe in or if that is what a content piece or a YouTube video or a show has made you believe that that is your ideology. You have no idea what that is like. You're still a kid, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that, you have to take permission from your parents. And when you reach 20s is when you slowly are kind of like pushed to be independent. You slowly kind of are pushed to become who you are, and you slowly are pushed to be by yourself, right? That is when you actually have the rights. You're legally allowed to do a lot of things. You're legally an adult who's learning to manage things by yourself. That is literally when you start living your life. While you're still figuring out who you are, while you're still figuring out what makeup goes with me, what outfits do I like, where do I like to eat, do I like to do this, do I not like to do this, you immediately get a partner in where you don't take time to know yourself but take time to build a relationship with this particular person. Now, this is for my girls who actually want to build something of your own. You want to be financially independent, you want to travel, you want to do a lot of these things. All of these things require time. And relationships require time. If you want all of these things, it requires a lot of things for you to do to reach a certain level. If not, you have to take time. You only get 24 hours to then build a relationship here as well. Doing a video call takes time. Catching up takes time. Dating takes time. Yes, you can make time. But in the meantime, if you eliminate this part of building a relationship with one person, rather have time to build a relationship with yourself, with people around you, build a network, know what you're interested in, build skills. All of these something that will involve into not only just build you as a person, you'll know yourself better, you're confident enough, you know what job you need to get into, you're making your own money so nobody is walking on you. You're not going to be in toxic relationship because the minute you walk in, you know this is not for you and get out of it immediately. Time is important. We don't have a lot of time as much as we say we do. How can you choose a right partner if you don't even know yourself? Like, you literally will be controlled and told what is good for you, what is not good for you by another person just because they think that's the ideal partner they need to have. And you have not taken time out for yourself to understand what is it that you like. So yes, I do believe you need to take a lot of your time out of your life to be able to build a relationship that will also actually hinder your growth elsewhere. Now, it is not the case every single time. You do end up with good partners who help you. They want you to like do whatever they want to. They're not insecure. You can actually go meet people, be at events and not really have that, right? But if you're constantly ending up fighting over little things, girl, not worth it. And most of the times in your early 20s, you end up building a man for the next woman. So when he's in his late 20s, he actually knows to get flowers, to do whatever you want. All of these things which you've invested your important time to build a man, which is not even for you, but for another woman. His personality is by you for another woman. You put in efforts, energy, fight, cry, tell him what makes him a good boyfriend for another woman. And I hope to all my girls who are doing all of these things, I hope for all the wifey duties that you guys are doing, all the emotional labor that it's going, I really hope you guys end up with this person if you really love him and he respects you. If not, y'all are just wasting your time. And your early 20s are your prime time to set up financial foundation. For you to understand money, for you to know where it's coming from, where it's going, where to invest, how to do things, where to go about, to figure out your future and to have your own money. And to my girls, oh my God, as much as we are like, oh my God, I want a soft life and I want him to take care of me. I just want to cook and clean. Good. Cook and clean while you're also somehow figuring out to make your money. You do not want to be dependent on anyone. It is not a nice feeling to ask for money for like little basic things. You might be like, oh, he gets me this, he gets me that. Whatever I ask him, he has that. Yes, but it's also a way that they are financially controlling you, that you could never actually do anything without their money. Please, for the love of God, make your own money. You can have your soft life. Let him take care of you. Let him bring you gifts. Let him do whatever it is. But you gotta make your own money no matter what. Do not be the stupid person who's just like, oh my God, There is no way he won't do that. Good if he doesn't do that. But you always need to have your back no matter what. You're the only person who can have your back and nobody else. So please don't be stupid and always try to make money and have your own money some or the other way. There are so many women in marriages that they don't want to be because they don't have the money, or they don't make the money, or they don't know how it goes. They're completely and highly dependent on their husbands. It can get abusive, it can get way worse. They don't know what respect is like, and they still cannot leave because they're financially dependent on them, which is not very cute, by the way. And your early 20s are also a time where you don't have a lot of responsibilities. You're still figuring life out. You have people who are helping you around. This is the time you take to build yourself, to build who you are, to build your finances, to build your career, to build your money, not build a man. Learn about savings, learn about investments, learn about how you can make your money work for you, how to monetize skills. One of the things I really believe is girls who are too nice, you're not living your life. It's okay for you to disappoint people. It is okay for you to say no. It is okay that you're not a people pleaser. It's okay if somebody's calling you a bitch, because you'd rather be a bitch than just say yes to everything because it serves them. It doesn't serve you. You will always have to keep saying yes. So I would rather be called a bitch. I would rather be called mean just because I am not going to do things that they want. I'm not going to put myself in positions that I am not comfortable in for their ease. That is not happening. I'm not saying be rude or brash or whatever that is. That is not what I'm trying to tell you. But stand up for yourself. It is okay that people are calling you whatever names they're calling you, because they cannot be that. You're not serving them or their purpose. I used to jump from relationship after relationship after relationship after relationship until I realized, what am I even doing? What is wrong with me? I had to actively decide to stay single 4 years ago, and that was the best decision of my life. Because what I realized is it was a lot of emotional baggage. It was a lot that was taken from me. I was attached to the person. Them texting me, not texting me actually changed my mood and how I feel about myself. I used to constantly expect things that they could never reach. I just did not put my time and concentration on building myself. It just did not happen. But the minute my last relationship, I decided to break up, and I was like, I would go on dates. I went on dates. I met people. I had really great conversations, but I also understood that this person is not my type. This person is something I would not go for. These are the values that I can compromise with this person. I would go out on dates, but I would be very clear about the fact that I'm just here on a date. We can have dinner, but I am not looking for anything more. I do not want a relationship. And if that's what you're looking for, let's not do this. But those dates made me realize the kind of person I am, made me realize what kind of men I would want in my life, made me realize what I would say yes to and what I would say no to. Not being in a relationship made me concentrate on my work. I was at, I think, around 150K or something the last time I broke up with this person. I was able to exponentially grow after that. I was able to concentrate on my career, on my content, on my travel. I did not have a person say, why are you uploading this? Why are you doing that? Where are you going? Why are you talking to this person? Why are you talking to that person? I did not like this. I did not like that. What do you mean by this? What do you mean by that? I don't like you solo traveling. Oh my goodness, that is a lot. Like, stop. I can't. But taking control over my life and deciding that this is not what I want to do was the best decision ever. I remember making this reel, which was basically like, men are the propaganda, and there's this one person that distracts from women reaching full potential. And this girl was like, oh, firstly that, this and all of it, which is true though. Like, the reason I'm able to be here is because I was able to give my full time and concentration about the kind of person I want to be, my time. Like, at this point, I have such a nice schedule that I don't even know how will I change it once I start dating. I go to bed at 10, 11 max. I wake up at 6, 7 max. I cook my breakfast. I go to the gym. I start shooting. I finish my content. I finish my work. I come back. I finish my shower. I cook again. All of these is such beautifully managed schedule that I'm like, how am I going to fit a man inside this? Like, how? I don't want to skip my gym. I don't want to wake up late. I just don't want to do all of these things. Like, how am I going to fit a man? But that's a problem, I figure, because I think I'm probably ready to date, but I'm also 27, early 20s. And then you learn so much about yourself. Being alone is one of the greatest joys in life that you will not get again. You will find somebody. You will get married. You will have kids if you want to, that is. And all of these are things that you will do eventually. But being single, being alone, figuring life out by yourself, taking that solo trip, all of these will not come back. All of these are not something that you could do. These are all the things that is beautiful in your early 20s, because you're new, you're fresh, you're actually a little baby trying to explore the world. And it's such a nice feeling to have, to be able to do all of these things without a person telling otherwise. You're single, so you're not like figuring life out. You're not performing. You're not doing this or that. You're living your life. You're doing things for yourself. And you just, I don't know, it's just the best feeling. And the relationship you have with yourself sets the tone with every relationship you're going to have next. Because you respect yourself enough to know what is it that you want, what is it that you don't want, and that is the same kind of boundaries you're going to have with other people, because you've taken so much time to kind of build who you are as a person, to take time to learn confidence, to speak, and to do all of these things. You will not let anybody and everybody just walk over you for the sake of it. And when you're single, you're not compromising. There's no pressure. You're not saying like, okay, I won't do this because you are jealous, or I won't do that because I am jealous, or you're not constantly overthinking like, who is this person with, who is that person with, is he cheating on me, is he not cheating on me, does he really love me? All this bullshit is not there. You're literally taking your time and energy to concentrate on yourself. And please, for the love of God, if you are going on date, you have to be sure for a fact that you're going to be single no matter what, how amazing this particular person is. Oh, what if he's the most amazing person, and what if he was the one up? No, if he was the one, God will somehow figure out a way to give him back to you, or give her back to you. And you're not going to be adjusting your life around somebody else's needs. And you can explore cities, your hobbies, what you like, what you don't like, where you want to go, all of these without the guilt of, what if this person likes it? What if this person does not like it? Should I tell this to her? Should I tell this to him? Nothing of that sort. And at 25, your frontal lobe is actually developed. Like, you are somebody who can understand things much better. But in the meantime, you've had enough years for yourself to understand yourself too. So when you do get into a relationship, you're getting into a mature adult relationship, and it's going to be on your terms. You also need to understand a person is who they are. Like, if you are somebody who sleeps on time, you're a person who sleeps on time. There's somebody who's going to sleep late. Will they change? Will they not change? That happens over time. But that is something you got to accept. You can't change. You have to accept that, am I okay being with a person who sleeps late, or eats non-veg, or eats veg, or whatever it is? And that's value. These are value-based conversations you'll have. Love and all of it will go, by the way. Values. You need to understand, are you compatible value-wise? Is this person putting in efforts? The early efforts you put in and the early efforts they put in are the efforts that they're going to put in for the rest of their relationship too. So you got to understand that, okay, this is what I'm getting into. Is this what I want from a relationship? If not, don't waste your time. Walk out of it. And you'll actually understand what a healthy love is, and not what you've seen in Bollywood or Bridgerton or all of those stuff, because they're fiction for a reason. And you end up attracting better people when you're not desperate for it. When you're just being yourself, when you're nonchalant and you're just living your best life, you actually end up attracting the kind of man you want or a woman you want, without having to be like, let me look for it, let me search for it. And they will walk at the right time. And I'm not saying you don't have to be in a relationship in your 20s. It is not a necessity. But if your goal in life is to like marry, settle down, this is not what you want, please do not, just skip this video. Your 20s are your becoming era, your exploring era. Your 20s is where you become yourself, You learn about yourself, and it's such a beautiful journey. Do not let anybody rush into it or let them define who you think they think you should be. If a relationship is not helping in your growth and it's slowing it down, walk out of it this instant. But yes, this is just my personal experience. If I do have anybody who's actively decided to stay single, let me know what your experiences are. And in the meantime, to all of my girlies who are in a happy relationship, good for you. To all of my girlies who are not in a happy relationship and you're like literally building a man, crying, please, you only live once. You don't want to do this to yourself. That's it for this one. Sayonara. This is Meera Datarana signing off. Love you.